Judd, hello from Rochester.
Hello, how's it going?
Very good. I was hearing you describe this film, and I'm trying to get a handle on how much of it really is based on real life experience or more just an amalgam of what you've observed from friends and others turning 40.
Well, it's a little bit based on my life and a little bit based on our friends, and anything really disgusting is based very specifically on Paul Rudd's life.
Now, one of the taglines of the film is, "This is not, this is everybody's story." And do you really think it is? Do you think, around this time of our lives, sometimes we hit a bit of a wall in some ways when it comes to marriage and life? You think that's pretty universal?
Well, I don't know if it's a wall so much, but I do think, you reach a moment where you think, well, I guess this is what it turned out to be. This is my family. This is my job. I don't think I'm going to, play professional baseball at this point. Right. I'm not going to be the ambassador to England. And how do I feel about it, and how can I make it work better? And then a lot of times when you try to make it work better, everything just falls apart. And this is about, a family trying to do better.
And I dare say it looks to me like it's going to be very funny, and yet pretty touching, and I wonder how much you've got to be, I think there's a great message involved, but you don't want to go too far on the Full House schmaltzy side. How much are you aware of, towing that line?
Well, I take a Full House script, and then I just change the names to our characters.
No.
And then Pete's Joey, and my kids are the Olsen twins. No, I like movies that are uplifting and funny, and I like when people fight. I like seeing things go wrong. I think, things going wrong is what makes us laugh. But ultimately, it is about commitment and love and what people do to make, their relationships and their families work.
You've done a lot of work with Paul Rudd, and he is so funny. When you're putting a film together, how much of it is he adding his own input and sort of shifting and shaping certain ideas?
Well, even when I'm writing, I'm calling Paul, telling him ideas, and during the rehearsals, I'll invite Paul and his wife to have dinner with Leslie and myself, and we just tell each other all of our problems and all the things that are bugging us about each other. And it's like a therapy session. And then sometimes Paul's wife will email me things about Paul that she finds irritating, and I put those in the movie.
You now have a body of work that I think is not only impressive for how well the movies have done, but I think what you do so well is you find things that happen to us, so many of us, and you put them on the screen, and they are funny, but they are real, and they can be occasionally painful, and they can be occasionally uncomfortable. Do you think your films succeed because you are willing to kind of touch those nerves, as opposed to just the pat, happy story? You're occasionally touching places that are uncomfortable for people.
Yeah, because, I want to have these stories be, real, and in addition to being funny, I think I want them to be dramatic as well most of the time. I love movies like Terms of Endearment and Broadcast News, and if a movie can touch me emotionally and make me laugh really hard, it's my favorite kind of movie. And I feel like we're all doing our best to get through the day, to be good people, to make our lives work. So, to me, normal people in normal situations are great to write about, because I think that is the great drama, of life, is just, doing your best to just get through and be a good person, and that's enough. I don't really need to, search for gold or anything. It's just about, getting through the day in a funny way.
Our producer is a big fan of yours, and I said, what would you want to ask him? And he kind of said he's very curious about what kind of films you really enjoy. What are your go-tos? That proverbial desert island, if you had 3 films, what really fires you up?
Well, I always watch Being There, the Peter Sellers movie with Shirley MacLaine. That's a go-to. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, the Cameron Crowe, Amy Heckerling movie, is always in very heavy rotation. Harold and Maude is, you can't go wrong with all the Hal Ashby movies like Harold and Maude. I guess he did Being There as well. And then, just things that make me laugh hard. You can't go wrong with Borat if you're just looking to laugh really crazy hard. Yeah. Borat will do it for me every time. And
Judd, before I let you go, do you occasionally hear from viewers who even tell you, yeah, I laughed, but you really made me look at my life in sort of a fresh way?
Well, that's my favorite thing, when people see the movie and they think, you know, it made us laugh. We noticed things that we do, and it made us want, you know, to be nicer to each other and give each other a break. So it is a great movie for couples. It makes them laugh, and they also realize, oh, we're not the only weirdos out there. Judd's weird.
I think you do really great work, and it is so much fun to talk to you. Congratulations on all the success, and we look forward to this film and many more.
Thank you very much.